Good evening, students. So today we will start the part 2 of the electric charges and fields. Hope you have understood the previous lecture. So if you have understood, then move to the part 2, and if you have not understood the part 1, then again you go to the part 1, see the video and come to part 2. Okay, now let us start the part 2. So here in part 2, we will start with the gold leaf electroscope. So first of all, so we have seen what is microscope, what is telescope. Now what is this electroscope? Okay, microscope is a device which is used to detect the microorganisms or to view the microorganisms. Telescope is a device which is used to view the celestial bodies. So also here in physics we handle the minute charges, okay, so that are known as the electrons or electric charges, right? So in order to detect the type of the charge, we need a device. So that device is known as a electroscope. Followed. So that is known as a electroscope. Okay, let me read out the definition of the electroscope. A device used to detect the presence, okay, a device used to detect the presence and nature of electric charge on a body is known as electroscope. Okay, it is a device which is used to detect the presence, whether there is a charge on that body or no, and to see the nature, okay, whether it is a positive charge or it is a negative charge. So in order to determine the nature of that electric charge, we need a device known as electroscope. Now why this gold leaf came here? Okay, so as we know that gold is a very sensitive material, hence a gold leaf is introduced here. At the end point you can see there are two gold leaves which are attached to this metal rod above. Okay, so here there is a disc, metallic disc. I will read out the what are the parts of this electroscope. Okay, so there is a metallic disc, and here inside goes the metallic rod, and at the end point there are two gold leaves, right? Okay, now let us go to the working, and here this apparatus is completely, it is arranged in a glass jar, and this glass jar is earthed so that if there are numerous charges accumulated on this rod, so extra charges will be on the jar also, right? And we may feel the shock. Therefore this jar is ground so that the excess charge move towards the ground. Understood? So this is the grounding. So in our homes also and in the buildings also, it will be, the building will be earth. Okay, if it is not earth, then it is very dangerous to live inside, because excess of the charge will be on the surface of the walls. The charges will be residing on the wall. Okay, for safety purposes it will be grounded, right? So that if the extra charges move on the building, on the surface of the building, on the walls, all those extra charges will move towards the earth. This is the use of earthing. Okay, now let us go to the working of the electroscope. Hope you have understood the what is known as electroscope. Okay, now let us go to the working. So in the working of the electroscope, what happens is, if we take a charged rod here and just keep in touch with the metallic disc here, okay, a rod is taken, charged rod is taken, and it is brought in contact with the metal disc, and this metal disc gains the charges. So this charged rod shares its charges to the metal disc, right? And this metal disc again shares the charges to the metal rod, vertical metal rod, which is inside, immersed in, which is inside the jar. Okay. Now this metal disc again, it passes on the charges to the leaves. So now if the charges are negative or the like, if they are like charges, these leaves diverge. Okay. If they both are like charges, they diverge. That is, we know that like charges repel each other. Okay. Now if it is, one is positive and the other is negative, then they attract each other, right? Okay. Now I will read out this. Presence and amount of electric charge. Divergence of two halves of gold leaf of electroscope shows the presence of the electric charge on the gold leaf. So if the presence is there, if how much is the divergence, it shows that they are like charges on that gold leaf. Okay. Now nature of the electric charge. When the charged body is touched with an already uncharged electroscope. So how it is, if we touch a charged body, so if they are like, then they will repel. If they are unlike, then they will attract. So we can determine the nature. If the charge on the charged surface is of opposite sign to that of the charge on the electroscope, then the two halves will converge. Okay. So if it is unlike charges, one is plus and the other one is minus, then they converge. These leaves will converge. They will stick to each other. They become like one. Okay. But if they are unlike, negative, negative or positive, positive, then they diverge. Okay. So this is how we can determine the presence and nature of the electric charge by using a electroscope, gold leaf electroscope. Okay. Now, okay, again, so same thing. Now let us see the electronic theory of the electric charge. So now here it is the atomic structure. I will not go deep into it. So there is the inner nucleus and these are the orbitals where the electrons will be revolving around the nucleus. So the valence electrons are very free to move from the its vicinity. It can jump to the other atom, right? So when the atom which gains the electron has negative charge, one which loses the electron will be positive charge. So this is the background of the electronic theory of the electric charging, right? Now matter is made up of atoms. Each atom has positive as well as negative charges. Atoms have both positive as well as negative. Positive means they are in the form of protons which are inside the nucleus, right? Now, what are electrons? So these are the electrons which revolve around the nucleus, right? Okay. Electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged. And protons and electrons, they are equal in number in any atom. Okay. The amount of positive charges and the amount of negative charges in an atom are equal. If they are equal, then the net charge on that atom will be 0, because equal number of plus, equal number of minus, they cancel out each other, therefore it will be equal to 0, right? Now, therefore, when it is 0, net charge on that atom is 0, then we say that the matter is electrically neutral. Okay. Now, methods of charging and induction. A material can be electrified, means there are three types of charging. One is charging by conduction, charging by friction, and charging by induction. So there are three types of charging. We also say it as electrification. Method of electrification. Okay. Now A material can be electrified or electrically charged in simple manner if some charges is given to or taken out from the material. A body is said to be electrified or electrically charged if it has excess of charge or extra charge, or it has less charge or the electron, or deficit of electron. Deficit means less. Okay, less. Then the net static charge can exist on an object because of the following methods. So net static charge can exist on the objects because of the methods which we have to follow, that is charging by conduction. So conduction is in our daily life what we see. We on the fan, we on the light, we on the TV, fridge. So all the devices which we are using, they are electrification by conduction, right? I will read out. If an uncharged conductor is touched with the charged conductor, the uncharged conductor may acquire charge similar to the charges on the conductor. Okay, so if a conductor is negatively charged, if we take a negatively charged conductor, and if there is another uncharged conductor, then this conductor also gains the same type of charges. So they will share when they are in the condition for electrification by conduction is they must be in contact with each other. So you can see here in the first diagram, here there is an electron movement when having the current. So if this is any device or a metal and it is connected to a battery source, positive and negative, so you can see here with this they all are in contact with each other, right? They are contacting with each other, hence there is flow of charges, or what is flow of charges? It is nothing but the flow of current, right? Therefore this is a simple method of electrification by conduction. So in conduction same type of charges will be shared. Okay, and also for one more example which is very useful now, because without the mobile we cannot live. Now in this situation, in this pandemic situation, because everything is in mobile only, right? So here you can see a mobile is kept for charging in the picture, right? If the one more example here for the electroscope, if the disc of an uncharged electroscope is touched by a negatively charged ebonite rod, the disc and the leaves of the electroscope will also acquire the negative charge due to sharing of the charge. Okay, you have seen in the diagram here in the electroscope. So here the negative charges are accumulated. So here in the ebonite rod, it is a charged rod and it has a negative charges, and the metal rod also, metal disc also acquires negative charges, and negative charges are passed on to the metal disc, and also the gold leaf acquires negative charge. Okay, now coming to the electrification. Okay, so this is how the electrification by conduction is done. So similar type of charges is shared between the conductors. Now let us go to the frictional electrification, that is charging by friction. So here in the diagrams you can see a glass rod is rubbed with a silk cloth, and due to this rubbing is nothing but friction, right? So due to this friction, the rod gains the positively charged and the silk cloth gains the negative charge. And also here when we comb our hair, dry hair, especially when we comb a dry hair, the charges are on the this one comb, and when we bring that charged comb towards the paper pieces, the paper pieces are attracted towards the comb in the second diagram. Okay, now electricity produced due to rubbing of two suitable materials under the suitable conditions. Suitable conditions means it should be dry conditions, is known as frictional electricity. Suitable materials when rubbed together get electrified. One material loses electrons and becomes positively charged, and the other gains electron becomes negatively charged. Okay, and lastly the charging by induction, the process by which a charged body makes its conductor electrically charged without physical contact is known as charging by induction. So induction is without contact, that you have to remember. Without contact there is sharing of the charges. So in the first diagram you can see the stand is insulating, but there is a conductor PQ, neutral it is, because we are not charging it here in at present. But when we bring a ebonite rod, charged rod, which has charged rod, because before it will be negative, then when it is coming closer to PQ, not in contact, only closer to PQ, what happens is this, it feels a force. These electrons at the surface, they feel a force, okay, and the charges will be they will come on the side P, that is negative charge, and this rod will take the positive charge, and again at the other end of the conductor it has positive charge, and if it continues, more and more positive charges will be accumulated at this point. So if we earth it, then all these positive charges move down here to the earth, and this negative charge will be distributed throughout, and if we continue the charging here, these negative charges will be distributed throughout the conductor. Now this PQ will be completely charged with negative charges, right? So this will be for a little amount of time, it is not permanent, okay, till we give the charges it will be charged. So this is charging by induction. Okay, so we have seen in this video the gold leaf experiment, okay, and we have seen the working of the gold leaf experiment or the electroscope. Then we have seen the electronic theory of electric charge. We have seen the different methods of electrification, that is charging due to conduction, charging by friction, and charging by induction. So all these are very important. Okay, thank you.